My name's Stuart Laws. This is Weak Minded with Stuart Laws and Daman Bamrah. But at the moment, no sign of Daman Bamrah. Where might he be? Here he is. I hadn't started without you.
It sort of sounded like you were talking.
Oh, that's just me.
It's famously not you. Is this the way I'm finding out I'm being kicked off the pod, and now it's just a solo project?
It's a fully solo
Weak-minded
project.
with Stuart Laws.
But I leave all the pauses where you would talk.
And you don't fill them in with anybody.
No one fills it in.
Everyone just fills it in with their imagination, and they have to time it perfectly.
So I say stuff like, how was it playing Padel this week? Cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was pronounced Padel. Okay, no, I'll say paddle. Yeah, I don't mind. And that's this week's episode. I went to a lovely wedding.
Did you?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a non-lovely wedding?
Yeah, I have.
Oh,
actually.
wow. Well,
Yeah.
let's hear about the lovely one first.
Lovely one in Gloucestershire. A comedian and their non-comedian partner.
Okay.
Lovely big group of comedians there. Had a lovely time.
Classic matchup, by the way.
That
Comedian and non-comedian partner.
Yeah.
I hate to be a stereotype. I'm doing the same thing.
See, I can't.
Mate, you're one of the you're what they call a pattern breaker.
Yeah. Now I've done that. I've dated comedians.
Yeah.
I'm currently dating a comedian.
Yeah.
If to me, I'm like, oh, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. You both love the same thing.
Both love the same thing. Both get it.
Yeah.
Both understand the hours, that sort of thing. But I guess it does mean that, like, if we are, the good thing is we can go and do gigs together.
Yeah.
But what if your timelines and your stuff don't, match up? Then you sort of can end up not seeing each other for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas for you, Jazz is just at home, just waiting the entire day just to see you.
Literally, she's
Doesn't do anything herself, right?
Once she's finished churning the butter, I think most of the rest of the time is waiting, and
churning the butter is slang for gossiping. Gossiping with the other girlies.
Yeah, gossiping with the other girlies. Yeah.
What's the best bit of gossip you've heard lately?
The best bit of gossip?
Yeah.
Is this to do with personal life or industry?
Could be anything.
Okay. This is mad. So we're going to have to... Can we put this in? If I say allegedly to all of this?
Yeah.
Okay. This is all allegedly. Any people in this tale that I've mentioned are pure fiction and by pure coincidence. So basically I heard, right?
Yeah.
That... But I heard that there was a chapter where he talks about losing his virginity to his sister.
Yes.
And
don't worry, I've beeped the name.
And they made him take it out.
Yeah. Just put it in like it was normal.
But he thought it was going to be funny.
Yeah.
And everyone who read all the publicists were like, what?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, no, it's just funny. This is really fun. Like, people will find this endearing.
Okay, so here's the other thing then. At what point do you make someone aware that they've experienced a traumatic event if they are not processing it as traumatic? They could go their entire life without realizing.
That's true, but what if said person is a bad person? Because a lot of bad people have experienced, obviously, traumatic events.
Yes.
But they're also like a bad person, so like you're just like...
Yeah, but then that's the
trauma.
Darth Vader situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's true. Is that what Star Wars was? Was Star Wars a therapy film?
I think it was. I think that Anakin... this is true. Luke kissed his sister in that.
Oh my God, yeah, he did. Which no one talks about anywhere near enough for my liking.
It does seem like, when like these days Star Wars fans, they, let's just say, have a reputation for toxicity.
Yeah.
Of like being like, no, this is canon. This is like, now like this, it, for some reason now the prequels are being held in high regard and things like that.
Yeah.
The first film, siblings kiss.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, that should be the amount of like tiny details that have been addressed and repackaged and re-CGI'd.
Yeah.
Why is there not a scene in like the sequel trilogy where they're like, you remember when you made out with your sister? That was weird, wasn't it? I know you didn't know, but that was weird.
And then he goes, I'll be honest, that was a dare from Jar Jar Binks. That was a dare. We had a spaceship. We had a spaceship on bet, and
yeah, was no one mentioning Jar Jar in any of like? I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And look, maybe I'm not remembering all of it particularly correctly, but if Jar Jar was in my life, I'd be talking about him 20 years later.
Every time you go to the pub, I'd be like, Stuart, tell them the Jar Jar story.
So I was fighting a revolutionary war, right? And this like Rastafarian alien came and helped out. And you will not believe how clumsy he was. You will not believe how clumsy he was.
So clumsy.
He was so clumsy. And he'd say stuff like, "Me's sorry," and stuff like that. And it was just like, oh man. It's like he was a caricature, but he wasn't because he was real.
Yeah, right. He was.
And then he'd do things like drop like the artillery. And you're like, Jar Jar, we're fighting a war here.
Pick that back up.
And he'd be like, "Me's sorry."
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, all right, you got to stop saying that because that's now making me feel like there is some weird subjugation going on because you're always apologizing like I'm about to hit you. And that feels odd because I'm not about to hit you. But the relationship here feels very much like you view yourself as like subjugated in some way. And I don't want that because I feel like we're buddies.
Yeah. But so then it sounds like quite a significant, like really significant person.
Huge part of my life.
So then what happened?
I just never mentioned him again.
What?
Rest of my life.
What, never?
Yeah, I just, you know what it's like. You stop messaging, you stop texting, and then you go, that person will never be relevant. And even when I'm hanging around, other people that have met him, at no point do I ever go, remember Jar Jar?
Not even once.
We all just pretend he didn't exist.
Even though it was like some of the best times of your life.
It's huge, huge victories for us.
Big, like one of the most sort of loudest personalities, like a real just sort of pattern breaker.
Everyone who knew Jar Jar couldn't shut up about Jar Jar when we knew him.
Right.
Behind his back, we'd all be like, fucking hell, you see what Jar Jar's been up to? He dropped a priceless ceramic vase. And then he turned around and said, "Me's sorry."
Right.
And we were like, that's unbelievable because this is like a palace that we're in right now. You shouldn't be doing stuff like that. You should be, and he's flomping around. He's got big feet and he's, you know, his ears, he's got long ears as well.
Yeah, he looks like a sort of overgrown mouse, like it's a really distinct look.
Yeah, but wet at the same time.
Wet and like pinkish and without the nose.
But I don't know why, because the more I think about it, Jar Jar's behavior, the shit he got up to, the way he spoke, the fact that he looked wet the whole time.
Right, yeah.
And he's flomping around. What? That's the sort of person you spend the rest of your life talking about.
Of course. And you wouldn't consider this trauma that you repress because it was the best, right?
It was the best. And it was my buddy.
Right.
He was my buddy and I don't talk about him anymore.
You don't talk about him anymore? Okay. So what happened when you kissed your sister? What happened then?
What? I tell you what we are going to talk about, how jumping to light speed cannot rip through spaceships. And that fundamentally undermines everything. And that, let's talk about how the fact that not anyone can be a Jedi and use the Force. Because that is actually important, that it is an inherited thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And that is not accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
That is important to me and to everything, that holds true. But never mention that I kissed my sister or my buddy Jar Jar.
I just thought we were reminiscing.
Luke wouldn't have met Jar Jar, I guess. Is Jar Jar in all, or was he only in The Phantom Menace?
I think he was in like episode 3 or something.
Yeah, I thought he did. And there was more of like, you got to meet more of the Binkses.
Yeah.
At home with the Binkses. I would watch like a chat show. It's like the Graham Norton show, but it's hosted by Jar Jar. And then on the house band is all the other Binkses.
That would be amazing. I thought you were talking of more like a Kardashians
situation.
I
would watch that big time.
Where they're like literally just everything is on the floor because everyone's dropping everything all the time. And they're all apologizing to each other. And
then like when a visitor comes, they say things like, "Me's casa is su casa."
Oh,
I
that'd
would
be so good.
Keeping Up with the Binkses.
Keeping up with the Binkses, man. Wow, Jar Jar Shaw.
Jar Jar, Kaka, other names. When improv goes bad.
Yeah. I don't know anything about. I actually don't know much about.
Do you think that's how they name it?
What do you mean?
Like Jar Jar, do they go alphabetically? Is there a Baba? The black sheep of the family.
Baba Binks.
Baba Binks, the black sheep of the family. Okay.
And he's recovered it. He's recovered it and added more.
That's the fine line that we run with improv. It could go bad.
It could go bad. But stick with it.
I do
Stick
like
with us.
saying that when I'm doing a gig.
Yeah.
And in America, I've been doing these 20-minute sets at lovely clubs.
Yeah.
But one of the things I still enjoy doing is like doing a riff, which does fine in the room. But you're like, this room was like really fun. And I've done a riff that just now is half fun.
Yeah.
And then just going, when improv goes bad. And like, for me, I'm enjoying that to sort of like self-review.
Yeah.
And then sometimes the crowds are just like, they go bad.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
But after pre-planned jokes don't work, you know? It's something I've spent 5 years on.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. I go, when improv goes bad, yeah,
Yeah.
I just made that up right now.
This is my favorite thing to see is on a new material night or something like that, a comedian, going up. Ideally, it's someone that you already like, that you think is funny.
Yeah.
And they try out some new material. It doesn't go so well. So then they go to some old classics to re-energize the crowd.
Yeah.
And then that doesn't do well. And then they do a comment like, well, probably not going to say that one again. When you know that it's some of their best material. And they're having to pretend it's new material now for the good of the gig.
Yeah.
Well,
that
went bad. I guess I'll have to rewrite that one. And you're thinking, that's a good joke.
That's really good.
That's one of your best jokes.
You should tell them off for not liking that one.
Yeah, that's the one's got. Audiences love being told off. It immediately loosens them up. They're just like, oh yeah, we weren't laughing, were we?
We weren't. Thank God for the reminder.
God, thank goodness. I came out here to be criticized.
I thought this was a TED talk, but thanks for reminding me that it's a comedy club.
Well, who would join at Keeping Up with the Binkses?
Who would join?
Yeah, do you think
Qui-Gon Jinn?
Yeah.
Qui-Gon Jinn would join definitely.
Yeah, comes by.
Yeah.
And just immediately starts making a smoothie, walks in, like they do walk in the back patio doors.
Yeah.
And the camera whips around, it's like, oh, it's Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's already making a smoothie and Jar Jar's like, how you doing? What's happening? And then Qui-Gon's just like, you're not gonna believe what Obi-Wan's been talking to me about. Obi-Wan is so reckless.
Oh, he's just Qui-Gon, have you seen my lightsaber? What? You lost your lightsaber?
You can't lose your lightsaber.
No, that's yours. Like, we're not just gonna give you another random one.
Yeah. Jed, I can't believe he's like this. Hopefully there's someone called Jed nearby.
Exactly, yeah. Jedediah.
Jedediah Binks is their granddad.
Binks, yeah.
Of the Binkses. Jed, I can't. And Qui-Gon is just loving it every time. Jed, I can't believe it.
Yeah. And Jed is like, right, the grandfather, he's like laughing along every time.
Yeah.
But it's only because him and Jar Jar and the rest of the family actually saw an interview on television where Qui-Gon told a story about one time when he was younger, and he's changed since, had a bad experience with one of the Jar Jar Binks family, and he just went out to see if he could beat up any one of the Jar Jar Binks clan.
Yeah.
Anyone who looked like them.
Yeah.
He since discovered that that's wrong.
Of
course. But
he's given lots of interviews about it, and everyone sort of gives him shit at the time for it.
Yeah.
But then sort of just goes, and I guess we're fine with him now?
Yeah, I guess that's over.
Yeah.
And so Jar Jar is just sort of like, just really, if he wants to come in and make a smoothie, I think we got to let him.
Yeah, we got to let him.
We got to let him.
Yeah, and it was a different time.
It was a different time, of course. People used to do this back then, you know?
Yeah.
God knows Jed knows that.
It was, first of all, it was in a galaxy a long time ago, far away stuff.
Exactly.
I wish I knew more about Star Wars for some of these riffs.
So I know, me too. This is so bad. Two people who know next to nothing about Star Wars really trying to make this work.
That is a thing, right? I feel like a format somewhere which is like getting someone to explain something to you and you have to guess what it is. But they haven't seen it either. Now, what I've done there is pitch something so half-hearted. We don't know. Here's an idea that we are going to try and do.
Yeah.
Bunked. Yeah.
Bunked is such a good idea.
I think that would be great. And actually, that's something we should talk about. We need to find a bunk bed where we can film it.
Absolutely.
We get a guest. We're sat on the... Are we sat on the top bunk?
I think we're sat on the...
Or they sat on the... Like maybe there could be a curtain across the lower bunk and they have to climb up to the top bunk because I think you want the guest to climb.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Then we pull the curtain back and we're like, welcome to Bunked.
Welcome to Bunked.
Yeah.
But we did... So speaking of Star Wars, it was my birthday relatively recently.
Yeah.
So to celebrate, there's a few bits and bobs I did. Okay. Number one, went for a pedicure. Has to be done. Has to be done.
You're a pedicure king.
Sorry, do you think I cut my toenails? No. I haven't done that in years.
Why would he?
I'm above it. So I did that. I had some fish and chips. My favourite meal.
You went fish and chips and pedicure?
I went fish and chips and pedicure.
I love the idea if you had a little fish pedicure. It was a real fish day.
They sorted my feet out and then I ate them afterwards. That would be... No, that's actually horrible, what I've just said there.
Yeah, to be like... Here you go, here's your do the last job. Eat the dead skin off my feet.
Yeah. And then, but then I eat them, which means I'm eating my own dead skin, essentially. Which
You've become even more powerful.
That's crazy. That's almost like, God, I've consumed myself and got more powerful.
Yeah,
this is bad.
Yep.
This is scary. I'm into it. But I had fish and chips. And then we went to see a Bollywood film in the evening, me and the family. This film is called Border 2, because the first one's already... that was Border.
Yeah.
Came out about 30 years ago.
What, the original Border?
The original Border. Now,
same cast, completely new cast?
One guy, the same. Fantastic. One guy, the son of the previous actor.
Fantastic.
Right. And then like a couple of newer people. I agreed to see it because I was like, well, my family want to see it. I like the cinema. Whatever. I'm not like particularly excited about this film, but I like going to the cinema, so I'll go. This film, I forgot that it would be this. It's an army film, right? It was the most propaganda I've seen in a long time, to the point where it was funny just how much propaganda was in this film.
And you've signed up for the army now.
I can't. Apparently, there's a clause where you can't back out.
If you buy a ticket, you are in the army.
You're in the army. You don't even get to. They choose whether you're Army, Navy, or Air Force. I don't know how to fly a plane. No. Even though I can ask you, obviously.
Yeah. Well, it's easy. It is piss easy to fly a plane.
Yeah.
To land a plane.
Well, I wish you'd come to see the film, because then you'd be in the right department. And it was literally just... So it's so strange, because first of all, Bollywood films have a reputation for being too long.
Yes.
Right?
That's fair.
Which is fair.
As someone who's watched 5 Bollywood films... That's a year of my life I'm not getting back.
Ka-chow. Do people say that?
Yeah.
So this film...
Yeah.
3 hours and 20 minutes.
3 hours and 20. And I imagine that's just one plot as well. That's not multiple.
It's crazy. The first half, they're literally... And I'm sorry if you're... I'm sorry if you're going to watch this film. Spoiler, I'm going to give the spoilers in this film. The first half is about all these like new recruits who like become best mates in the army academy,
Lovely.
All that stuff. Really like actually quite heartwarming stuff. You know, there's love stories, this, that, the other. This takes an hour and a half, which already
That's a film.
Is a film.
That's a film.
Thank you. This is exactly what I said. I was like, no, that should have been the film.
Yeah.
No intermission. That's just the film, right? Quite feel good. Okay, so there's a 10-minute intermission, right? You come back. What happens to all these new recruits? Within about 15 minutes, all of them dead. But there's still an hour and 10 minutes to go.
Everyone's dead, but they're like, well, there's still an hour and 10 to go. So
There's still so long.
why do you think that became like such a thing? I guess there's something to do with the storytelling style in India, but like Hollywood films have only got that long recently.
Yeah.
Well, not even that long, but like it's, and I know that there were the epics at the start that were that long, but like it then was like capitalism takes over and you go, no, we need an extra screening every day.
Yeah. It's a good question. I don't know. Is it something to do with bang for your buck? Like you go to the cinema and you want to feel like, oh, I've got like a lot of value from this.
Yeah.
And oftentimes people mistake quantity for quality.
Yeah.
So maybe that has something to do with it. What I will say in defense of Bollywood is that a lot of Bollywood films haven't been quite that like, you know, they're generally, I would say, around 2-hour mark, which still is like, when it comes to Hollywood, on the like longer side, I think.
Yes, yeah.
The main guy in the first Border film is one of the main guys still in this one, but he's more like a, you know, teacher role rather than like a, you know, a front runner in the army. But then like what happens then, he is a front runner in the army, and then like he still survives. So like basically at the end they show like all these ghosts of all these people that over the 2 films that have died, and he's still there. And it sort of like, I know it's meant to be emotional, but I watched the scene and it sort of feels like he's like, fuck you, I'm going to be in Border 3. Like,
This is Star Wars.
do you know what I mean?
Return of the Jedi is all the ghosts stood there.
Yeah.
Was there a Jar
literally.
Jar Binks character?
There was a Jar Jar Binks character in the first half, and they didn't mention him at all in the second half. It was crazy. But like, it just reminded me of the insanity. Although, like, I know you've seen some. I know you're entrenched in the Indian culture.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, I've got to for all my Delhi brothers and sisters.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite Bollywood film that you've seen?
Well, the most recent one I watched was Triple R. Is that what they call it? Yeah, so it's that.
Yeah.
was a
So I
lot of
wouldn't say
fun.
that's Bollywood, but like,
Oh,
I know
really?
what you mean. Yeah, it's like Tamil
That
rather
makes
than
sense.
India. But
Yeah,
like, they are super popular in India.
Yeah,
So it's one of the biggest films ever. Triple R was crazy.
Yeah.
They had
So much fun.
They had a really famous song in it, like a dance, Lungi dance.
Yeah.
Don't know if you remember that.
Oh, I remember it.
Yeah.
You think I watch a film that long? There's an action film, and in the middle there's a dance sequence that I'm going to be like, well, don't need to remember that. That's going to sit with me.
There's quite a few dance sequences. That's why I asked. This is one of many, but that was a mental film.
Yeah.
That was great.
But Ashoka, I think, is the favorite one.
Ashoka, yeah, with
Have I-
Shah Rukh Khan.
How
Yeah.
close am I? Pronunciation.
No,
there?
you're good. Yeah, Ashoka.
That was
correct.
great.
Yeah.
I've got it on DVD.
Do you?
Yeah.
Would you be open to if I had some Bollywood movies I really want, like if we had like a Bollywood film night?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Of course.
You want it?
Yeah.
Bro, there's so many Bollywood films. I'm like, if only my white friends knew about this film, they would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, also my local cinema plays them all the time, and it's like half the cinema screens are for Bollywood films, or for South Asian films.
Yeah, for sure.
That I'm like, oh, why should I? But then what? Partly I've gotten worse at going to the cinema recently for some reason.
He's a busy boy.
And that means then when it comes around to it, I also, because of the length, I'm going to the cinema to have a little switch off and eat some popcorn.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I haven't got 3 hours. I got an hour and a half to watch Primate.
Yeah.
Primate, the film about the chimpanzee that goes mad.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. I saw it in the cinema a couple of weeks ago. At one point, there was a quiet scene. It's all dark in the house. You know, the chimpanzee's already gone mad. Has got rabies. Has tried to kill some people, and it's complete silence. You hear a pin drop, and then someone in the cinema just went, "Monkey." At that level, just suddenly panic.
What?
Like they spotted. Also, you're like
they've just clocked what the concept of the film is.
But it's not a monkey, it's a chimp. But like the panic of like, monkey.
Yeah.
Really fun.
That's so funny. Did that sort of like
it was a
ruin
film that,
the tension?
No, it was a film that like, it was like, someone gets scalped in it, someone gets their jaw ripped off.
Oh my God.
It's like intentionally, it's gory, it's fun, it's like proper.
Right, they're going for it.
Yeah. And that same person who said monkey at a later point just went, "It's in the shadows," in a real panic. And I was like, that was adding to it for me.
That's crazy. Yeah. So they were so into it.
Yeah. I guess the equivalent would be in like watching a Bollywood film, just hearing someone go, "Do a dance."
Indian.
No.
Yes, exactly. Welcome to the film.